the talk. Mantalk. Mantalk. Hi everyone and welcome to Mantalk, a show by men, about men and for men. On this show we talk about men and our health, relationship issues, cooking in the kitchen, how to repair your car, guests and of course our regular panel. So we're going to get underway straight away, but before we do, let me introduce our panel for this week. On the left we have our panel beater and spray painter to the stars, Adam Fell.
There you go.
You'll hear in the background his son, which you might hear, just so you know.
Yeah, we on the floor.
On the floor. Okay, next to him we have our chef extraordinaire, Cedric Kinnear from the Ibis Hotel.
How you doing?
And on the right hand side we have four-wheel drive and recreation man himself, Leslie Charles.
How do you do?
Okay, without any further ado, let's hear from you, our viewers. So it's time for our first, topic, which is man bag. Man bag. Hi and welcome to our man bag segment. Okay, we have a letter from one of you out here in the public. It says, Dear Mantalk, I'm in a relationship with my partner and I'm treating her with respect and treating her equally. However, I don't feel I'm getting the same in return. My question for your panel at Mantalk is, should women be treated with the man as the dominant partner, or should we treat women equally in a relationship? And in fact, can you even have a truly equal relationship? Okay, let's try it open to the panel. Adam, should you have an equal relationship, respect women, or do you need a dominant person in every relationship?
Well, it should be equal and should be even, but sometimes someone should take control in certain situations to get things done. Paying bills, getting things done around the house, that's basic stuff really.
Cedric, do you think that women want a guy who takes charge and dominates and leads like a real man, or do they, in this day of feminism, does a woman want to be treated equally?
Well, there are women that like to be treated equally, but there are women that like to be dominated. If you do give them the opportunity to be dominated, they're going to take it, and you're going to hand them your balls on a platter. And I tell you now, don't do that.
That sounds like something's come from experience there.
It does, it is. Do not hand women your balls on a platter. Take charge and dominate them for once.
For once, I think that says a lot about Cedric's previous relationships. Leslie Charles, do you have to dominate a woman in a relationship? Can you treat them equally? And should we believe women when they tell you they want to be treated equally? What do you think?
Well, I think ideally, right, there should be an equal relationship. Oftentimes you try to negotiate things on the basis of whosoever has more experience in the matter, they should be the one to lead. But the reverse scenario whereby if the guy has the greater experience for him to lead, I think moreover a lot of women seem to think that that is surrendering their power over to him. And it shouldn't be a matter of gender versus gender or power struggles. I think it should really be a question of who is the better person to lead in that situation at that point in time.
But Les, that we've met women ourselves who've said to us, look, we'll never admit it to you, but so you know, we don't know what we're talking about, and we actually want you to lead us because we really have no idea ourselves. So we actually do want you to lead us, but don't listen to us.
Well, in that scenario, right, if they are surrendering, right, the power to you, temporary power as it were, to you, I guess there's no option open but for the man to, to rise to the occasion and and be a man, I suppose, and in the best interest of the relationship and, concerned.
Okay, that's our panel's view. If you've got a different view, drop us a line. There's the address. It's mantalk@hotmail.com.au. Okay, it's time for us to move on to our next segment, which is Mantalk News. Mantalk News. Okay, Mantalk News. This week's Mantalk News article comes from America, where a female PE teacher over there was found guilty of she was in a consensual relationship with a 13-year-old boy, which was obviously considered, as you'd expect, child molestation. However, she was only sentenced to 18 months imprisonment. And what the records show in the United States, and I'm sure it's reflected here, is that women who are found guilty of child sexual assault get less than 1/3 of the sentence that men get for being found guilty of the same offence. So the question is, should women get the same penalty for committing child sex offences, or is there a difference when it's a young boy at stake compared to a young girl? Adam, what do you think?
Should be exactly the same. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
That's very Jewish of you. Okay, Cedric, what do you think?
Certainly, exactly what Adam says. An eye for an eye. Give the woman the exact same treatment that you give a man. Equal rights. That's what they want. That's what they should get.
Okay, that's what you think. Les, what do you think?
Well, I think moreover, you oftentimes hear when a guy does that scenario, now first let me state openly, it's not good for either sex to have it done, right? But when a guy does it, the media beats up on it as if the guy does it all the time.
It's probably because more men do it than women do it, so that's probably why they come down on us harder.
Yeah. Now the other issue is, and I know we're getting very into dangerous ground here, but the fact that when it's a male with a girl, it's a penetrative act compared to a woman with a young boy, does that make any difference? The fact that it's not as penetrative an act when it's a woman with a guy as when a guy with a girl.
Should be the same
It
thing.
should be the same thing.
Because they're both at the same age and they're doing the same thing.
Not really. I mean, they have often said themselves too, the woman, that the emotional trauma is oftentimes worse than the physical trauma, and the emotional trauma is virtually the same for the boy versus the girl at a certain age, right? A minor is a minor.
Okay, well that's what our panel thinks. If you've got a different view, mantalk@hotmail.com.au. We'll see you after the commercial break when David Wygem teaches you how to get that woman of your dreams. So you don't want to miss his tips for you. We'll see you after the break. Bye for now.
Mantalk. You walk the walk, now talk the talk. Mantalk. You walk the walk, now talk the talk. Mantalk. You walk the walk, now talk the talk.